Welcome, my friends, to My Hero Academia What If Part 4, where Gran Torino becomes the 8th user of One For All. In our last episode, Gran Torino passed One For All to All Might, who trained at UA until he became 3 times stronger than the original All Might. He went to America, and now he's returning to Japan. Let's dive back in, but before we do, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. We pick up 2 years after All Might has returned to Japan and become the symbol of peace. In these 2 years, he and Gran Torino have been working together toward the goal of taking down All For One. They started by dismantling All For One's power base, targeting people and smaller organizations tied to him. During this time, All Might meets a young detective, Naomasa Tsukauchi, who was just a patrol officer at the time. The 3 of them become an unstoppable force in their hunt for All For One. After months of searching and taking down All For One's power base, one day All Might encounters a young Sir Night-Eye during a battle. The young man rushes in to take out a villain that All Might didn't see in his blind spot, revealing his quirk and explaining that he's been following All Might's career since he was in America. Night-Eye shares that everything All Might has done inspired him to fight against the evil in Japan. As All Might listens to the young man, he is reminded of himself at that age and decides to take the young Sir Night-Eye on as his sidekick. As time passes, the 4 of them come across critical information. They have found the location of All For One. Late one rainy night, while All Might is trying to get some rest before going back out on the streets, he starts to drift off to sleep. Suddenly, he hears his master's voice softly saying, "The time isn't upon us yet. The quirk needs more time." Then another voice, one All Might has never heard before, says, "The singularity point is close. Keep fighting, Toshinori Yagi. We'll be watching." Before he knows it, All Might jumps out of bed in a cold sweat, looking around to see if anyone is in the room with him. But he's alone. What was that, a dream? No, it didn't feel like a dream. More like a... Before he can finish his thought, his phone starts ringing. "Hello? Master Torino? What's with the late night call? It's my night off, remember?" He yawns over the phone. "Toshinori, I have news. We found him. We know where All For One is hiding." Hearing this, All Might rushes out of his apartment, suit in hand, darting over to where Gran Torino is. Together, the group discusses how they obtained the information about All For One's whereabouts. It turns out the young duo of Night-Eye and Naomasa were following up on a tip about a guy who works directly for All For One. The 2 devised a plan where Night-Eye would pretend to be a criminal running away from Naomasa, then bump into the guy long enough to use his quirk and gather some information. But they never imagined they'd discover the main location of All For One. Gran Torino pulls out a map of the area. Now we know where he is and how to get to him, but the question is, when should we act on this information? It might only be good for who knows how long. Naomasa raises his hand as if in a classroom. "I have an idea. We should strike early in the morning when no one will expect it." Then, looking at Night-Eye, he adds, "Night-Eye is our biggest trump card. All For One doesn't know about him or his quirk, so we can use it to turn the tide of the fight in our favor. With one touch, Night-Eye can see every move All For One will make before he does it, giving us the greatest advantage and a chance at victory." The others remain quiet, contemplating the plan. Gran Torino and Night-Eye agree with it and even suggest improvements, but All Might stays silent. As he listens to the others planning the attack, he's lost in thought, remembering everything and everyone the monster has taken from him and so many others. That's why, in his mind, he's already decided to do this alone. Searching for the right words and the right moment to speak up, Gran Torino suddenly calls out to him. "Hey Toshinori, I know what you're thinking. I can see it on your face. I've known you long enough. You want to fight him on your own, huh?" The young duo is shocked. They can't believe it. They both know how strong All Might is, but taking on that monster alone is crazy. Yes, I do, Master. All these years I've told you this country needed a symbol of peace. I've been striving toward that goal every single day, And now is the time for me to show that monster the fruits of the labors from the past users of One for All and the hard work these young men have done. I must do this alone. I'm sorry, but I just must. The other three agree to let All Might handle this fight alone, but they won't be too far away, ready to join the battle if needed. This is where we'll stop for now, with all the members of All Might's team working together to find and stop All for One. I always wondered how it happened, and now we know. But what do you think of the plan to take down All for One? Do you think it would have worked, and he would have been gone for good, or not? Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more My Hero Adventures. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and follow your dreams.